Hey, what's up guys, Deadly Crab here, and in today's video we're going to be going over how you can untilt yourself when you start getting really frustrated with everything that's going on with League. But before we get into that, I just want to follow up on last week's video about the RP giveaway. Thank you so much to everybody who participated in it. On screen right now I do have the winner, who I ended up choosing randomly with a random number generator. I'm going to go ahead and reply to your comment right now, and we'll figure out a way that I can get you that RP code. Alrighty, so going back to the main portion of the video here, and what we're going to be covering today is how you can untilt yourself when everything starts looking really bad in your games. I know for myself, I'm a very streaky player. I'll go on huge 10-game win streaks, and then I'll just drop 6 or 7 games right after that, and it gets really frustrating when you lose consecutive games in a row. It just feels like there's nothing you can do to win. And then you start losing LP and then dropping ranking, and it just really feels bad when you just can't string any wins together. And recently I'm just coming off of a big loss streak. I've had 2 big loss streaks in a row, and this is the first time this year that I've really ran into an issue where I was starting to get tilted because I just couldn't find a way to win, which caused me to step back from the game for a little bit and think about the mental side of things and how I can improve myself and not get so frustrated when I do end up losing. So the first thing that you can do here to try and untilt yourself is limit your champion pool. Now, if you're a one-trick player, then ignore this because your champion pool is already very limited as it is right now. But this is more for other AD carry players who play a few different champions at a time depending on the meta. For example, myself, I usually have about 4 to 5 different AD carries that I'm comfortable on at a certain point in time and that I'm willing to play in my ranked games. But once I really set 1 or 2 champions that I'm focused on winning games with, that are like my best 2 AD carries right now, that I know that I'm going to have the best odds of winning, then I started to see myself winning some more games, which then started to change my mentality, untilt myself. I became more positive, and then wins started coming even more after that. And the best way to really untilt yourself is win like 3 games in a row. You'll forget about your big loss streak and just focus on your games individually instead of carrying those losses into your next game. Now, the next tip that I have here to really try and help untilt yourself is going to be focus on your fundamentals and take a step back from the game. When we're in a negative mental state, it really affects how we play each game. So what you can do to try and avoid that is really take a step back from the game, think about your fundamentals, your CSing, your positioning, your trading, and just focus on those fundamentals of the game to really get yourself back into a positive state. When we're tilted, we don't really think clearly, and a lot of the fundamentals go out the window, and we start doing dumb things in lane and dying all the time, and it just snowballs even more and it gets us more tilted. So by focusing on those fundamental skills, we can hone in on how to get back into that better state of mind to where we can start carrying games on our own again. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record here, but mental state is a big factor on how well we play ourselves. If we go into each game saying, oh, well, I'm gonna just lose again, I'm gonna have a terrible support, or my jungler is gonna feed, that's probably gonna happen. Those kind of things manifest into reality, and that's why we keep losing consecutive games. Which leads me to my third point here is focus on your own gameplay and think about muting everybody. We can't control how our teammates are playing. There's a stat that I've heard in the past that about 20% of our games we will have no impact on the decision of that game, which means that no matter how well we play in those games, good or bad, we are either going to win that game no matter what or lose that game no matter what, based off of how the other 9 players in the game play. So what this means is we are going to lose games even if we play perfectly, and there's nothing that we can do about that. And sometimes that's a little upsetting. If you play the game of your life and you end up losing anyway because somebody is 0-10 at 15 minutes, there's not much that you can do about that. But what you can take from that is, I played very well this game. What can I take from this game and contribute to my next games coming up? When we change our view of the game from wins and losses to improving our own gameplay, it really does help with that mental shift. Because even if we lose 6 or 7 games in a row, if we know that we played well in those games and we can take something from that game, then it still benefits us. And that for me has been a big thing that helped me untilt myself and get out of these big loss streaks, is to focus on myself and worry about improving my own gameplay. Because everybody has stuff that they can improve on. Once you're able to isolate what you can improve on and then practice those skills in game, that's how you're going to see huge differences in your gameplay and really start climbing. So to wrap it up here, to really untilt yourself, you need to change your mental state and get out of that negative feelings that you have towards the game and the frustration that you have with your teammates, and think about the positive things and think about the positivity that you can pull from each game and improve your own gameplay. Alrighty guys, that's everything here that I have for how you can really help untilt yourself. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate it if you have stayed around this long. If you did enjoy the content, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, good luck with your upcoming ranked games.